Welcome Pisces to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 10th of June for the Ascendant, the Sun or the Moon. On the screen now I'm showing your event chart right at the start of the week. Now I have to be truthful, two planets in your sign. The first, Saturn, the planet of structure, the ruler of time but also karma, and Neptune, your co-ruler, are going to be hugely influential right through this week. Because the collective of energy in house 4, the Gemini stellium, is really engendering within you a desire to get your home, family or emotional life like you'd really have it ideally. But Saturn may in some ways have been inhibiting the process, particularly late last week when Saturn squared up with Venus. Someone you would ordinarily get on well with may have seemed quite distracted, distant, cold, maybe even unavailable. Perhaps a personal relationship really has reached a bit of an impasse. And into this situation comes Mars, which is thrust into your third solar house late last week and is clashing with Pluto. Something could get said this week that has been building up in the background, and if it does come out, it can come out with a lot of intensity. And maybe it is an observation someone else is going to have on you, or maybe it's you who is pushing back, perhaps at the lack of support you're getting from family members or friends who are not, or seeming not to be in tune with what you're needing. And because Saturn also clashes with the Sun at the start of this week, in fact, any dramas that are going on in the family or the demands other people have for your time and energy may be a real turn-off for you. But equally, you may not feel that you're getting much support from anyone else. And then as the week goes on, the Sun and Mercury meet in unison on Friday. That is known as a cazimi, which is ordinarily really exciting. If you are thinking of starting to work from home, or you already have done through COVID, the work from home revolution, it's possible with that cazimi you may try to modify your home space or improve it in some way, and you can do so very well. It's just the quarter moon on the same day is in your sector of relationships. So whether it's what you're wanting from the equation, Saturn, or what other people are expecting from you, the moon in Virgo on Friday, somehow it can feel a bit charged around the more sensitive part of life. Then in the latter part of the week, Neptune's forging a square with the Sun, Mercury and Venus in Gemini. So home, family and emotions can be a week where things don't go as quickly as you want. If you are trying to lease or buy a property, it may all be going at a really slow pace, which could be hugely frustrating. Or it may seem that everyone wants your support but isn't prepared to give you much back, which could be very irritating. Or you could find that something that you've been holding within you gets much more difficult not to express as the week begins, or someone can make a critical comment towards you which you're not expecting. So to be honest, it's quite a complex week, Pisces, but in time, as Mars moves forward, that's going to be brilliant for you. It's going to give you a desire to be more active, to articulate your ideas. If you have got something to say on a blog, or you'd like to build a website, or you work in technology, you're going to be on top form very soon. Really from the 17th of June, when we have Mercury and Venus move jointly into your sister water sign of Cancer, and that's your 5th house, and that really brings them to life in a much more charismatic way, followed by the Sun on the 20th with the summer solstice. So I'm just letting you know this is a process you need to go through, but there is a much more dynamic, upbeat and lively end to the month in store. But I just feel on this particular week it could all feel quite inhibited, quite slow and quite frustrating at times. I hope you do have a really good week. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've yet to subscribe to the channel, please do so now to help it grow.